Hi, this is Sonoria. I'm going on with part 28 or 29, I'm not sure what the number is. But the topic that I'm addressing at this time is about molestation. And I just want you to know my story, what happened in my life and with one of my children. So, um, after she told me and everything, I told my daughter, I said, no, he did something he wasn't supposed to do. And I've told you when someone touch you or they do anything like that to tell me. I'm glad you told me. I want you to go and get your sister's diaper bag. I'm finna take you over my friend's house, which they knew. I'm not gonna say her name, but I'm gonna take y'all over her house and I'm finna go find him. Let me tell you something. My daughter is in kindergarten. You know, my daughter took me by my hand. I looking down at her and she stopped me and she said, Mom, she said, she told me that's her sister's daddy. I said, she said, don't kill him. That's her dad. I said, what he did to you, he's killed you more than one way. In so many ways, he stole your virtue. And no, I'm finna go find him. Don't you worry about nothing else. So I took her over to my friend's house. And then I told her, I was so upset. I couldn't wait to leave them so I could go find this motherfucker. So I went over my friend's house. She knew him and she knew his dad and all this other stuff. So we all knew each other. We all ran around in the same complex and so forth. So she was, I told my daughter, I said, come in here. I want you to tell her what you told me. And she was like, oh, I don't believe. Oh, he wouldn't do nothing. I don't think maybe she got, no, she ain't got nothing wrong. It is just what it is. She doesn't make up stories, and not that kind of story. She wouldn't know to make it up. She thinks he peed on her. She doesn't even know the white stuff was him calming. So anyway, I told her, I said, I'm finna go. If something happens to me, you call my grandmother and have her come and pick up my children and take them because I'm probably going to go to jail or I might even get killed. But I'm about to find him and I'm about to, put in some work. So long story short, I leaves and stuff and they stayed with her. I went on, got in the vehicle. Mind you, ain't got near license to be driving nowhere, but I was driving that night too. So I'm living in Aurora and Denver is downtown, so he's down at his dad's house. So I figured that's where he went. So I goes down there, and his dad lives in a security building. He lives up on the third floor, and he's got a security buzzer that you have to press in order to have entry into the apartment. So I pressed it, and he came to it, and I said, "Oh, it's me." And he said, "Okay." And he buzzed. He let me on up. Now, he didn't know nothing about what happened, I guess, and the dude hadn't told him. But what he did tell him was when I got there, I asked him, "Is dude home?" And he said, "No, he was here earlier and he left." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, what did he say? Did he say anything?" He said, "No, he told me that you and him got into a fight because you found out that he had slept with some hoe." And I said, "No, it wasn't no hoe. It was my daughter, okay? And he's violated my daughter, and I'm actually here to kill him. And since you're his dad, I feel like you're entitled to know that I'm coming to take your son's life. He took my daughter's life. He didn't kill her, but he took her life, and I'm coming to take his life." So he was like, "No, he did what?" I said, "Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here." Okay, so when he come, I will be waiting for him. And then the dad started crying, and I've never seen this man cry or be so upset. And he's thinking about the granddaughter because his son and I have this new daughter together. And so the man is all overwhelmed and couldn't believe his son had done something like that and all this and that. Well, neither could I. It's a shock to me, too. It's a shock to everybody that, happen to know about it. So anyway, long story short, he was talking about, "I'm going to kill the motherfucker myself." No, you ain't finna do nothing to my son. That's my son. That's my only son. And anybody deserve to kill him, I'm going to kill him. I said, we'll see who gets to him first because that was my daughter. It might be your son, but that was my daughter. And your son is older. My daughter is still a baby that he's done this to. And I have every right to claim that man's life. His blood is going to be shed, and I'm going to shed his blood. When I see him on sight, I'm going to kill him. So his dad had went in the bedroom, got his gun out. He's sitting there crying, drinking. He used to drink. He worked at the Denver Mint doing construction, so he was a man that was used to working, and when he come home, he have him a drink, which he's entitled to. But now this stuff then came to his front door. I said, well, you couldn't be in more pain than I am. I'm in more pain because it was my daughter, and her telling me the story is the worst feeling in the world. So we both sitting there, and all of a sudden, the buzzer goes off. We both jump up, oh shit. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's him. Yeah, I bet you that's him. He didn't came back. Now, mind you, I didn't park at the building. No, 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 no. I parked blocks on down and back away from the house. He wouldn't have known that I was there because I wasn't parked at his dad's apartment building. So anyway, he buzzed. It was him. And then his dad went to, who is it? He said, it's me, Dad. He buzzed him on up, grabbed his shit. I was standing behind the front door. I was standing behind the front door. I had my shit out, and I was ready to blow his fucking brains out. Soon as he got upstairs to the third floor. Now see, God has a mysterious way, and I don't know why, but for some reason, he didn't come. His dad was just standing there in the living room, but I'm standing behind the door. And he happened to look through the crack of that door and saw me. And he took off running. I mean, he took off. He didn't wait. He just ran. Honey, you should have seen me. I was on that ass. But when I say Kunta Kinte, that motherfucker could run. And the police had a hard time catching him whenever he got into trouble. And this is no different. So I'm running. He's running. His dad is running. Now I'm firing rounds all in the building and shit. I'm trying to hit this motherfucker. I'm talking about don't get away. I'm trying to slow him down with a bullet. Girl, he got that front door busted out, was running down the street. I'm running down the street. I'm capping. It's nighttime now. Somebody didn't call the cops on us, which I didn't care at that time. All I was trying to do was catch up with him. He jumping over fences, his dogs is barking. We in the alleyway. He's running, he's dodging, and he's doing all this stuff. Not one bullet hit that boy. And I always ask God, like, why didn't you just let me get him? He didn't let me get him. So anyway, he was running, and I was chasing him. I don't know, I lost him wherever he was. I was running. I'm out of air. Now the police then rolled up in the alley, lights on and shit, and I'm like, damn. I'm standing here with the gun in my hand. I ain't like I could throw it because they look like bright lights on me too. So, drop the weapon. Drop the weapon. I dropped it. And I'm looking around because I'm still looking for him. Because if I'd have seen him, I'd have picked it back up real quick and fired at his ass. Oh my God, I probably could have died anyway. So they arrested me and said they had cause, and that's why they came out. And I told them this boy what he had done and this and that I was there to kill him. And they was like, well, you can't just tell us. I'm telling you what I'm doing. That's why I'm down here. This is what's going on. So they took me to jail. Now, when I went to jail is now I had a warrant out for me because they was already looking for me for the bad checks I had been writing. But I moved so much, they couldn't keep up with me. I mean, I might move every other month or two. Like, I didn't stay put. I knew the police was looking for me for writing bad checks. And I had went to court, and the judge had told me, don't write them, this and that. So they gave me a chance, but I kept writing on that same account, knowing that I was in trouble, knowing that there wasn't. And as long as I could, I was calling up the check right, telling them, yeah, the checks is good, and I found them, they had been stolen, but now I got them back, and it's okay, take me off of that list and all that. So anyway, I was still writing, to say the least. So they looking for me. The police is looking for me to arrest me. So when they caught me with him looking for him, that's when they ran my name and found out I had a warrant. And that's when they decided they gonna take me down. Plus they got me for my shit as well as the new shit that I didn't get a chance to carry out. So I went on to jail that night. So the next morning I had to see the judge. So the judge let me go out and told me to set another court date for me to come back to answer to the check writing. So I was like, okay, all I need to do is just get out. I just need one more day. That's all I'm thinking. Like, I just need one more day to catch this motherfucker. So I get out and I go home and I go over to my girlfriend's house. I get the kids and all this other kind of stuff. And my uncle, we was standing with my uncle, and I had moved, like I said, I moved a lot, so I had moved down the street. My uncle stayed down the street. So I moved down the street with him to let the heat get off the apartment where I was in, and then I would be able to move somewhere else until then. So I got a call. You wouldn't believe it's him. Hey, what's wrong? What's going on? What you? I said, B told me. Oh my goodness, told me what you done. Okay, and when I catch you, I'm gonna kill you. So he's like, no, 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 I didn't do nothing. I wouldn't do nothing like that. Well, I'm gonna do that. And that little girl, and this and this and that. No, no, you did. And when I catch you, look here, we just need to talk, baby. I love you, and we got a kid together. Da, da, da. Say, yeah, you know what? You right. We should talk about it. So I tell you what, forget what everybody's saying. Why don't you just come pick me up, and me and you go up to the mountains? We can spend some time together. That way, me and you can discuss everything and work it out. Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. The plot really thickens. So now I'm got my shit, had my little weed, because I was smoking weed back then and shit. Had me some rope, had me a little vial of some gasoline. You talking about torture? Oh, I had plans. They were so good. I was gonna take him up to them motherfucking mountains and beat the shit out of him, and I was gonna kill him and leave his ass right up there in them mountains, in the Mountie Rockins mountains up there in Colorado. So we going, and I told him, I said, I need to stop at the store and get me some rolling papers. Now, he's driving his dad's car, and a police came toward us, and he flashed his lights. And he didn't know, he was like, he's flashing me. I said, yeah, because you got your brights on. You don't know how to turn the brights off? So he didn't turn them off. The cops swooped around, came up behind us. Now we in a high-speed chase. Can you believe that? A high-speed chase. Oh my God, time just runs when you're having fun. Coming right back. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this episode. Okay, my story, part 28, 29.